and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon, and I am joined today by my best pal, Angelica. Angelica, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm sick. Peek behind the curtain. It's the same. We bank these. It's the same. I'm the same sick me.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I just don't want anyone to worry about me and think I've been
And
ill for an entire week.
Weeks upon weeks. This is the same day
It's the same
we
day.
recorded the last one.
Fun.
Anyway, today we're going to talk about, as we said last week, we're going to talk about special groups that, group projects, I guess, that aren't really subunits because they will incorporate members from different groups.
Mm-hmm. We brought that up for a moment in our subunits episode, and now it's time to talk about those things.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there aren't that many of them. I think subunits are more popular, maybe because they're easier to organize since it's like the same label and the same group. And these special projects, special groups, I don't really know what to call them. They don't really have a name the way that subunits do. So I'll probably just go back and forth between special project and special group, but whatever. These groups happen less frequently because they do usually involve members that are not only from different groups but also from different labels, different companies.
Yeah,
so
which
it's not
create
just
a
like
lot of
legalese and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I know that's like definitely currently a problem for YG because he did this crazy reality show like called Mix 9, where he's trying to put a group together, but they're all from different companies. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, I want to sign all of these kids to like 2-year contracts. And half of the companies were like, no.
Yeah.
You can't have our kids for that long or whatever. So it makes it really complicated. So more often than not, the things we'll be talking about today are like one-off special collaboration stages or whatever.
Yeah.
As opposed to the few groups who did actually debut as a new unit.
Yeah. And I would say that these groups, like none of the groups that we're going to talk about today have officially disbanded, but they also didn't really have like an official debut the way that like most do. None of them produced like full albums.
Multiple albums or whatever.
The only thing really is like they put out either just a single or like a small EP that has at most 5 albums, and it's usually just a one-off. So let's get into it. I guess I'll go in if I go in chronological order, I have to talk about SM the Ballad first, and I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I'll go in slightly chronological order. So we'll start with Troublemaker.
I was about to say, let's start with Troublemaker. We bring up Troublemaker all the time, so let's just go there.
Okay, so Troublemaker debuted in 2011. This was actually both Cube artists. The company's Cube. It was Hyun Sung from Beast, formerly of Beast, I should say, because Beast doesn't
now they're
exist
called
anymore.
Highlight.
And Hyuna from 4 Minute. They initially started so they had a self-titled mini album and a single released in December of 2011. And originally when they started performing on music shows, so like, as we just mentioned, they will go through like a pretty typical releasing and promotion of the music. Like they'll do music video teasers and then they'll release the music video and then they go on to performances, right? On the music shows. And the original choreography had to be changed after the first few music show performances because it was criticized for being too sexually suggestive.
Yeah.
And, but after they changed the choreography, they went on to win a Triple Crown at M Countdown. So it was a successful duo, a successful partnership. Their first song was called Troublemaker. And they caused a stir, because when they quote unquote debuted with a teaser performance at the 2011 Mama Awards, which are the Mnet Asian Music Awards. And it wasn't a full performance of the song. It was just like a 45 minute little thing, at the end or beginning of a Beast performance. I don't remember. It was just like a little piece. And Hyuna and Hyunsung kissed on stage. We've mentioned that before. So that was a big deal. And so that came out before they even released the music video.
Okay, because you sent me, I did watch that performance this morning.
That's
a different one?
That's a different performance.
Oh, so they were kissing at music shows all the time.
Because what I sent you this morning was an actual performance of the song.
Right. Now. Okay.
This was a teaser performance for the song Troublemaker, which came out 2011, the year Troublemaker came out.
Okay.
So they debuted with this award show teaser performance. Then they released the music video teasers and the little mini album called Troublemaker. Then 2 years later in 2013, they released an EP called Chemistry, which featured the song Now. That was their lead single off of it. It had a music video which was rated 19 and up because of explicit and suggested references to drugs, alcohol, and drugs
And violence.
Sex, alcohol, and cigarettes is the reason.
Oh,
it's the
hand
reason.
in the paper bag is not part of it?
Isn't a big deal.
Wow.
But the sex and the cigarettes, 19 and up.
Okay.
So anyway, so their music video was like Bonnie and Clyde themed. We've talked about that music video before. But it had the highest Inkigayo score ever. It holds the record for the highest Inkigayo score ever of 11,000 points.
Wow.
Which I think if I remember correctly from our music show episode, like the points are kind of meaningless.
Right.
But anyway, it holds the record. And when they performed it at the Mama Awards in 2013, they had like a slightly racier on-screen kiss or on-stage kiss. Hyunsung is like shirtless in it. He's wearing like a really weird. He's
wearing one of those
BDSM harnesses,
harnesses
underneath a long trench coat with no shirt underneath. And yeah, it's a silly performance with a lot of fake guns and drama.
Yeah.
And then a kiss.
And then he gets sniped from up high in the audience.
And then he gets sniped, and that's how it ends. He gets shot by a member of Beast, and then Beast comes out and is like
rude,
ready to go.
Wow,
I think is how that performance goes down. But anyway, yeah, that video is a treat because you get to see Big Bang and EXO be like shook by the kiss, which is fun. G-Dragon looks really bored until they kiss, and then he's like into it.
They cut to Top at one point, and he has absolutely no expression on his face. Like none. And then like they cut to G-Dragon and he's like he's like dancing, he likes it. And then they cut to like the EXO babies and Chanyeol's like so scandalized in his like, little face.
His hand is over his mouth and he's like turning to Chris like, did you see that? And Chris is like, no, I'm not paying attention. Anyway, so that's Troublemaker. They came out in 2011. After that, let me see. Yes. Okay, so after that is Two Heart. They came out in 2014, and this is a duo that featured Woo Hyun from Infinite and Key from SHINee.
How did they spell Two Heart? I don't remember.
T-O.
T-O. Okay.
Yeah. It's not the number, and it's not like T-O-O. It's just Two Heart.
Two Heart.
Yeah. Like, take it to heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first collaboration that has two different companies involved, right? Mm-hmm. So Infinite is from Woolim Entertainment and SHINee is from SM. And Woo Hyun and Key actually, this collaboration came from themselves. Like they were just friends and they decided to create this unit. But originally the unit, they didn't plan on being a singing duo. They just wanted to like be in a photo shoot together. Like he just wanted to like dress up with his friend.
Let's take best friend pictures.
Yeah.
Like when you go to like we used to in middle school, there was a place at the mall called Clicks. And they had those stupid airbrushed backgrounds.
Yeah.
You buy the same shirt with your friends and go like get some wallet-sized pictures of you like leaning
so
on
that's
your
what
hands.
Key wanted, but he's a professional idol, so he was like, we can get a real photographer to take these and they'll be legit and we'll just call ourselves To Heart. And then it ended up being like a little singing duo. They released a mini album called Delicious in March of 2014 and it peaked at number 1. The single off of that album peaked at number 9, and they performed it once, I think, or maybe twice. They did a COEX Artrium showcase, like we talked about last week. They didn't have a full concert because they didn't have like enough content. Instead, they did a little showcase, and that showcase was actually hosted by Mino and Sungyu of SHINee and Infinite, respectively. So they got two of their members to like help them out and do this little showcase. And then they also performed, or wait, I wrote down "Tell Me Why" in April of 2014, but I didn't write down what that was. So. Hold on. Will you look that up?
Two Heart, Tell Me Why.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2014 from the first mini album.
Oh, right. Okay, so they came out with their first mini album in March of 2014 and then like performed it at this little showcase, and then they came out with the music video for Tell Me Why. So I guess it was like a follow-up.
Okay, so they did Delicious, and then they did
Tell Me Why.
Okay.
And that's really all they ever did.
But they're still best friends, I think.
Yeah, they're still friends, and they, I guess, could get together and do it again. I think it was probably just like if I had to guess, I would say that Key just like had time on his hands and was bored and was like, come play with me.
Yeah.
so they did. And they'll live forever in infamy. Next, we're going to do Triple T. I'm going to say both of the triples.
Okay.
2016. This is a collaboration between SM and JYP. It had Girls' Generation Hyoyeon, Miss A's Min, and 2AM's Jokwon. And they released just a single called Born to Be Wild. It was a music video that has JYP doing like a really cheesy, like embarrassing dad intro. And then like the song is kind of silly. I like didn't really love it.
I remember wanting to love this very much because I like love Jokwon and I like think he's a star and like he's wearing like a pink furry jacket in the music video or whatever. And I like wanted to like it so much, but I feel like the song wasn't great.
It was just okay. And then they did like a debut stage on M Countdown, but that's pretty much it. They just did the one song. This was actually, and I'm going to get into this a little bit later, was technically an SM station song.
Okay.
So I'll get into that in a minute, but it counts as a group because they
actually took the time to make a name and be like, we're Triple T. Okay.
Another group that called themselves Triple Something was Triple H.
Triple H.
Triple H came out in 2017 and is like now Shannon's like number one
My
favorite thing to ever exist. Maybe because it has Hyuna, her queen, and Hui and Edon from Pentagon. Yeah. So they actually released an EP, like a little mini album, which is called 1990X, and it features the song 365 Fresh, which was the lead single off of it. There's a music video that goes with 365 Fresh. Like I said, that came out in 2017, but they actually announced, so their EP came out in May, and they announced their group in April with a reality show called Triple H Fun Agency, which is on YouTube, Shannon, if you want to look that up.
I know.
And in that reality show, you can see that Hyuna's chosen to be the leader of Triple H purely because she wins rock, paper, scissors.
Oh,
so
well, there you go.
Yeah. Even though she is like the senior member of the group. That's why she's the leader. So yeah, but they are technically, like I said, all of these groups, none of these groups are technically disbanded, but that's all they've done so far.
I remember there was controversy when this music video came out, though, for being too, like all things that Hyuna gets involved in, for being too sexy and make people mad.
Yeah, because this one involves, music video trope number one, like unnecessary violence and teen delinquency. She's like in an abusive relationship and then basically like seduces the two members of Pentagon to help her like
murder her boyfriend. She kills
the abusive boyfriend.
And then it's like, we got to clean this up.
Yeah, and then like recruits these two Pentagons to help her clean it up, and then at the end is in bed with them both, and they're all shirtless.
Yep, in like a nice little triangle.
And that's how it ends.
But the song,
so fresh.
The song is really, really fun. It's like Bruno Marsy and whatever, and the music, it's one of those times where like the music video is so dark and the song is so fun. That
the music video,
like,
I think, doesn't do the song justice, because when I watched the music video when it came out, I like didn't really like it. And then 2 days ago or whatever, I watched what I'd never seen before. They have a choreography video for it. And the choreography is really fun. And like Edon looks so much like Hyuna. It's crazy. Like the more that I've watched of Pentagon, like he looks like Hyuna.
Yeah.
They have the same face.
Yeah. Especially right now in Shine promotions. They've been putting the freckles on that she had last year.
And he has
they look
that
the
like
same.
washed out blonde hair.
They look the
same. Yeah, I texted Shannon as I was watching the 365 Fresh choreography video. Like, Hyuna must have taken one look at Edon and just said, give him to me.
Yeah.
And like, I need to do something with him. And they did, and it's great. They're both, all three of them are phenomenal. I really like Triple H.
Yeah. I hope they do something else someday.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, that only came out last year, so who knows? Especially now that Pentagon is like getting, I think, a little bit bigger. Like maybe we'll see more from them.
That would be cool.
But yeah. Anyway, so that's that. What company is Pentagon?
Cube. They're all
they are
cubes.
Cube. They are Cube. Okay. So that one, like Troublemaker, is the same company.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna get into SM the Ballad.
Okay. I don't know anything about this. I know about SM The Performance, which was like a weird award show thing one year that had all the like boy dancers of SM doing like an intense dance thing.
And we'll talk about that in a minute because that falls sort of under like company collaborations as opposed to like these groups or like special subunits, whatever we want to call these guys.
But I'm ashamed that I don't know anything about
I didn't know
SM
anything
Ballad.
about SM the Ballad either until you gave me this homework.
Okay.
So don't feel bad. SM the Ballad, I just want to start by saying is it's in all caps, y'all. So take it seriously. We're not fucking around. It's SM the Ballad.
The Ballad.
Anyway, SM the Ballad is basically like it is, I guess, technically considered to be like a group. But so SM the Ballad, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting this correct because SM the Ballad is not the same thing as SM Station, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. SM the Ballad is like actually supposed to be a group. It has 2 iterations. The first was in 2010, and 2010 is their official debut, and they released a mini album called Miss You, which had a lead single of the same name. But the lead single, which is called Miss You Now, was originally titled When It Began, and it was originally recorded as a shiny duet between Onu and Jonghyun with a rap from Mino. But SM decided that it didn't fit the image that SHINee had in their 2008 replay album, so they decided to take it off of that album.
I saw a thing, like, just on this topic. When Key was on Boa's show recently, he, like, straight up said that, like, SHINee was supposed to be a rap group, like, because they all sucked so hard when they were, like, that's how Key described it. Like, we all sucked. So they, like, wanted us to be, like, a rap group because they were like, ugh, these kids can't sing. Like, what do we do?
What? How could you tell Jonghyun that he can't sing?
I mean, I don't know. But, like, that's what he was saying is that, like, that the original concept for SHINee was, like, very different. And that at, like, the last minute, like, Lee Soo-man was like, no, I think this replay song is it. And they, like, worked them to death to be able to, like, do that well. And then the SHINee as we know it, like, came to be. Like, how sad would it have been if they, like...
If they had been a rap group,
I know.
That would have been horrible. I don't think they would have been as successful.
I don't think
There's
so
no
either.
way. Also, I don't trust Lee Soo-man to put on a rap group. But that, I think, is another story. So anyway, this song ended up becoming the lead single. They retitled it Miss You, and they formed a group for this song, which still had Jonghyun, but it also had JYJ's Junsu and Super Junior's Kyohyun.
Were they JYJ yet? Or was he still, or is this pre-TVXQ breaking up?
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I already have this answer. It's in my notes. It was when he was still in TVXQ.
Okay.
Because, they decided it wasn't for SHINee.
Right.
They rename it When It Began. Excuse me. They renamed the song Miss You. And they decided to record it with Jonghyun, TVXQ's Junsu, and Super Junior's Kyohyun.
Okay.
And then Junsu left SM.
Oh, right.
Before they released this song.
Okay.
So they re-recorded it again, this time with adding in So now it has Jonghyun of SHINee, Kyohyun of Super Junior, J Kim of Trax.
Tracks.
And this is your special treat.
Oh, boy.
It also had SM trainee Jinho from Pentagon.
I knew this. That's okay. There we go. I knew that, but I didn't know it because in my sick, horrible haze, and you've been so sweet, and Angelica did all the work for these last 2 episodes, and I want her to get all the credit because I've been dying. And I knew I had read, when I've been falling, in my Pentagon falling, I had seen, oh, Jinho was in SM the Ballad, and then I was like, what's SM the Ballad? And I just remembered it to, ask you to be look up, what is SM the Ballad?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank you.
apparently 2 of the members of Pentagon used to be SM trainees. And this is a song that Jinho participated in pre-debut. He never debuted with SM. After he did this song, he chose to leave SM and went on to Cube. But anyway, so that was the first iteration. The final version after many different changes was, like I said, Jonghyun, Kyohyun, J Kim, and Jinho. Then that was the only thing they did. They released that mini album, and then in 2014 they created a completely different group to release an album called Breath. And this album had Changmin from TVXQ, still had Jonghyun, he's the only original member. It had Super Junior's Yesung, Super Junior M's Sumi, soloist Zhang Liyin, Taeyeon from Girls' Generation, Crystal from FX, Chen from EXO, and that's it. Because
Is that 8 people?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Oh my God.
8 people.
So they went from 4 boys to then an 8 mixed.
Yes.
Okay.
But this album is not just it's a full album. It has 10 songs on it. It's 30, 40 minutes long. But the full album does not have every single song is sung by all 8 members. What I think this really is, or really was, is SM taking a look at all these extra songs that they had. Because SM has just, every company, they just have, a team of writers and
it's just
composers,
a factory,
right?
and things are
Right.
just constantly
So they just,
being...
create songs, and sometimes the songs are created for specific groups in mind, and sometimes they get produced by those groups, and sometimes they don't. So I think what SM did was they just looked around and they looked at all these ballads that didn't have a place in anyone else's album, and they said, let's find our 8 best singers and make them do these. And so the SM the Ballad Breath album that came out in 2014, the first song is just Taeyeon, and then there's one with just her and Jonghyun, and there's one with just Changmin, and there's one with just Chen and Crystal. It's different. It's little different collaborations and duets and trios, and then maybe 1 or 2 of the songs has all 8 of them. But it's really just sort of a hodgepodge. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty because, like I said,
No,
these
everyone
are,
you mentioned are very good singers.
Yeah, they're the 8 best singers in EXO. In SM. And the album is beautiful. I would strongly suggest only listening to it if you have a moment to be in your feelings. Personally, because listening to Jonghyun sing makes me feel a lot of things, but also just because they're all ballads.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, sad songs.
They're supposed to stir your emotions.
Yeah. This album included Korean, Japanese, and Chinese songs. So it actually has 3 different languages in it.
They were just throwing a lot at the wall, huh?
It's really just here's all of the random shit that we couldn't put anywhere else. Let's put it all together on one album. And they released 3 music videos for it. One called Hot Times, one for Breath, and one for Miss You. And honestly, they're all boring. They're all boring music videos because they're all for ballads. So they're not exciting. No one's dancing or singing. But yeah, that's that.
Wow.
SM the Ballad.
That's exciting.
The only other things I have, because these are not official groups, would be SM Station. Can explain the concept of that real quick. And then I've got 4 intercompany collaborations that were one-time things.
Yeah, let's talk about SM Station for a little bit.
Okay. So SM Station is a concept, really. It's not a group and it's not an album. You can buy them as full albums, but it is basically something that Lee Soo-man announced in February of 2013. It is a digital music project that is part of the larger Neo Culture Technology Project, which is our NCT. Right?
Yes.
The purpose of SM Station, according to Lee Soo-man, is to showcase SM artists and producers as well as offer opportunity for collaborations with artists from other labels. And the goal of SM Station was to release one digital single every Friday, which they've done since they came out in February of 2016. The first season, they call them seasons, so like the first season of SM Station released one song every week for a total of 52 songs, and the second season released a little bit more than that because they have 56 songs. So there's a lot of content here, and it's honestly really cool. Like, it's kind of a neat idea because it does feature a lot of different collaborations. Like, the very first song they released was called Rain, and it was just by Taeyeon. But it has SM Station includes everyone. Like, some of them are full groups, like Red Velvet will do one, or like all of EXO. Or there'll be little collaborations, like just Luna and Amber. The song we mentioned the other day, a couple episodes ago, "Lower," is an SM Station song.
Lay's Monodrama is
that's what I was literally just gonna say. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna ask you if you knew that Monodrama was technically an SM Station song. It is. Yeah. Wow. So Monodrama is an SM Station song. Triple T, which we mentioned, the one with 2AM, Miss A, and Girls' Generation, that was technically an SM Station song.
I brought up All Mine 2 weeks ago when we were talking about FX. That was a station.
Mm-hmm. They have there's a song that's just by Joy and Sulgi, one that's just by Boa and Benzino, Eric Nam and Wendy. They have a whole lot of different collaborations, and they've done pretty well. Like, they have a pretty consistent level of chart success. Like, the very first song they released, Rain by Taeyeon, that went to #1 on the GON chart. It won first at Inkigayo. It even got a Golden Disc Award. And then they have other songs that have made it into the top 10 that are SM Station songs are Spring Love by Wendy and Eric Nam. Mm-hmm. The Day, which is by Baekhyun and K-Will. Sweet Dream, which is by Heechul and Min Kyung-hoon. Heechul's from Super Junior. Min Kyung-hoon is a solo artist. No Matter What is by Boa and Benzino. Dancing King has EXO and variety show host. What's his name? Thank you. And then lastly, Always in My Heart, which is by Joy from Red Velvet and Solong from 2AM.
Yeah.
So all of those are SM Station songs that have made it into the top 10 on the GON chart.
Yeah, it's just like a really cool thing, like just for there to be like extra collaborated, like, yeah, it's just it's like an ambitious project. And I think it's really cool that they have managed to put a song out every week, because I feel like I remember when they announced it, people were kind of skeptical.
Yeah, I agree. It is impressive to me that they've been able to release a song every week. And I think I agree that it's a cool idea because it does allow for like some of your favorite people that otherwise would have no reason to collaborate to put out these fun songs. And I think a lot of the songs tend to be more ballady. Mm-hmm. I would say that, like, in general, a lot of the SM Station songs are like almost like cafe music. It's like a lot more laid back. But I mean, Dancing King and Triple T, those are like partier songs.
Yeah.
So they do a variety, but I would say as a whole, on average, they're like chiller music.
I feel like cafe music is just like really important in South Korean culture. Like, in general, like there are so many coffee shops in Seoul. Like, you can't believe how many coffee shops there are, and people sit in them all day and they play this nice music. Like, I remember when I was there, there's this group, I don't know. No, I shouldn't bring it up because I don't even know how to say their name.
the one whose English title is like Puberty.
Porpargan or whatever. Yeah, their English name is like Blushing Puberty or something stupid like that. But it's just like these two girls, and they have like little voices, and they sing just like nice, like chocolate. Like, they just sing nice cafe music, and I heard it everywhere. Like everywhere I went, I could not escape these girls because they was playing in every because all those coffee shops gotta have music playing like all day long.
So that's like what SM Station.
Yeah, I think SM Station is like filling that void, like to make sure there's always something to play in the coffee shop at all times.
So lastly, I just want to bring up in this, because I don't know where else or when else we would bring this up, would be collaborations that are between the big three.
Okay.
So these are YG, SM, and JYP collaborations. And
like all three at all the time, or just like different combos?
Different combos.
Okay.
Different combos of the three. I actually don't know if... Oh, no. There's only one that includes all three companies.
Boy. I can't wait.
Okay, so I'll list these in chronological order. The first is Wonder Girls and Big Bang, which collaborated multiple times in the years 2007 and 2008. So many times, in fact, that their fans started calling them Wonder Bang.
Oh, my God.
Which is awful and hilarious. But basically, they really only they didn't like release singles that you could purchase. They didn't come up with new music. They performed at music shows and award shows. That was their They did collaboration stages. Let's see. The first one was, I believe, a music bank where they did Tell Me Why and Lie, and they performed twice. Actually, they did the same performance on two different episodes of Music Bank. And then they also did they did so many crazy things. So they did, at the NBC 2007 Music Festival, they did a weird version of Grease.
Yeah, I watched this morning. It's horrible.
It's so bad.
It just seems woefully unrehearsed.
I don't understand its purpose.
I don't know.
I don't know. Because it's just like the two groups, they start out and they sing like this very high school, crappy high school theater production version of
Tell Me More.
Summer Nights.
Tell Me. Yeah, that's what that song is called.
And then they get up because they're sitting on these steps and singing to each other. And then they get up.
And G-Dragon does they have a dance off
battle.
But it's also, the dance doesn't look rehearsed either.
It looks like they're making it up on the spot. And G-Dragon definitely wins the dance battle. Whichever one of the Wonder Girls comes out and challenges him, doesn't do a very impressive dance. And then they break into a swing dance for the rest of the performance. And the performance is 5 minutes long. And most of it is just the two groups partnered up dancing to swing music, which isn't the right decade for Grease.
Right. Yeah, it's really, really baffling. But it's fun to watch because I feel like most of the time, if you were looking at old K-pop from 2007, sometimes the video quality is really awful. I was surprised at how crystal how clear.
I mean, it's not perfect.
It's not perfect, but compared to some stuff, the video quality of this Grease performance is not bad for 2007, and it's really fun to see G-Dragon and the rest of Big Bang with black hair and bowl cuts like regular boys.
Yeah, they
and
look like regular people. It's so weird. It's so.
They don't even have makeup on. They
Big
look
Bang like you've never seen them before.
Just looking like regular guys.
Dated as fuck.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So anyway, that was one thing they did. Another super ridiculous thing that they did was for an award show called SBS Gayo Daejun, which is sort of their end of the year music awards.
There are a lot of end of the year music awards / performances shows. Every channel does one. Yeah. So a lot of the things that I'm guessing you're about to talk about will have been from Gayo shows because that's where this nonsense goes down.
Yes, and this particular bit of nonsense was a multiple episode mini drama series. It was a VCR that was played at the award show. It was not a live performance. It was a TV show.
Okay.
I don't even know what it's called because it was on YouTube, fully subbed, and then the link I clicked on was blocked on copyright reasons. So I don't know if it still exists, but it was it's called a mini music drama. I don't know what it's about, but the guests, right? It had Wonder Girl and Big Bang, all of the members of them. It also featured Dynamic Duo and Haha. And then the soundtrack to this mini music drama had 18 songs.
Whoa.
From Big Bang and Wonder Girls, as well as Super Junior, Girls' Generation, FT Island, and Baek Ji-young, the trot singer. So, and that's not all. Like, it also had, like, Dynamic Duo, and, like, there are artists in those 18 songs I didn't mention. Like, it was a big fucking deal that involved a lot of people. And it was, like, a mini drama that was only ever shown once at this award show. Like, I don't know why.
Crazy.
I don't understand why it exists, but it does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I feel like, I mean, I don't want to bring this up too early before you get through your list, but I feel like this whole list is just going to make me like really nostalgic for like a time gone by in K-pop, like when crazy shit like this was happening all the time, and they just like don't do it, and like groups don't mix up to like make dumb things anymore like they used to.
Totally. Like the last thing I'm going to say about Wonder Bang.
Which, if you put into YouTube, will come up all of the things.
Great.
Like, that works.
Great. Wonder Bang is real. It's a real name that they really used for this collaboration. The last one is another award show. It was the NBC end of the year award show in 2008. It was a special joint stage. The whole thing is like 8 minutes long. And each member is partnered up. So Taeyang and Sunyi, they perform, so it's like a medley.
Okay.
Right? So they have 5 duets and then 2 performances at the end. So
how long? Is this like 20 minutes long?
no, I'm telling you, it's only like 8 minutes long.
Wow.
They do like a quick verse from
Okay,
each
okay.
song, and then they move on. So Taeyang and Sunyi open it singing Wonder Girl's Irony. Then it goes to Seungri and Yubin, and they sing Big Bang's Lies. Then G-Dragon and Sohee sing Wonder Girl's Tell Me. Daesung and Yeon sing Big Bang's Haru Haru. And then Top and Sunmi do Wonder Girl's Nobody. And then all of Big Bang gets together to perform Wonder Girl's So Hot. And all of Wonder Girls get together to do Big Bang's Last Farewell. So they like partner up to take turns doing each other's songs. And then they do, like, they all get together to do the other group's songs. But it's like a medley. It's not the full song of any of these, but it's not good. it's really a little hard to watch. It's, again, very dated. Doesn't feel fully rehearsed, and like the stages, it looks very cheap. Like very, very cheap. But if those are your groups and you're going to love them no matter what, then I highly recommend
check it out.
diving into the history of Big Bang and
Wonder
Wonder
Bang.
Girls for Wonder Bang.
Wow.
So that's my first one. My first collaboration between the big 3. Wonder Bang!
I'm already exhausted. What's next?
It's gonna get worse.
I know.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Next is the Kabi song.
Oh my God.
Which
She made
is
me
from-
watch this before we rehearsed. I mean, before we recorded. I like, oh my God. Oh my God.
It's so
Oh my
terrible. This is I'm crying. I'm sorry. My tears are literally leaving my eyes. The Kabi song is from 2010, and it is a collaboration between SM's Girls' Generation and JYP's 2PM. This is a commercial. This is a song that was produced to promote Caribbean Bay Water Park.
2PM was their spokespeople for like quite a few years.
Yes. So the song itself, which is not a good song, was sung by 2PM's Junsu, Junho, Wooyoung, and Taehyun. And Girls' Generation's Taeyeon, Jessica, Tiffany, Sohyun, and Yuri. But the music video, which is 4.5 minutes of a High School Musical Baywatch, features 2PM's Chansung, Nichkhun, and Taecyeon, and Girls' Generation's Sohyun, Yuna, and Yuri. So the people who are featured in the music video
Aren't the
are
ones that are
not
singing it.
necessarily the ones that are singing it, but they're the ones getting unnecessarily sexualized very quickly in this commercial, in which they basically like play lifeguards that go to like a boot
They're,
camp
like,
at this
lifeguard
water
training?
park. Yeah, they're just training to be lifeguards, and then like flirting and falling in love because they're like not wearing clothes at all. And it's just bodies.
Yeah.
Bodies everywhere.
And it
They're
feels like
so
very,
oily.
very excessive.
And it's just like them stretching in like 5 butts in a row, and like girls and boys, they're all equally objectified. Maybe the boys more so because they're actually like
They're
oiled
nakeder,
up. But anyway, like Taecyeon and who is it? Is it Sohyun?
No, it's
Yuna?
Yuna.
Yeah, they literally have a plot. Like they have a plot line in this 4.5
But
minute
also
commercial.
not, because like no one there's no
one
words.
talks.
So it's like they just keep like, oh, Nichkhun's like oiling somebody, and then like they cut over a shoulder, and like Taecyeon's like it's like looks mad,
grumpy.
and then they like cut to Yoon, and she's like rubbing, she has like a tear in her eye or something. Like I don't know, there's just like drama, but like not really.
And then
they're just running
party.
upstairs and like spraying. And then, then all of 2PM and all of Girls' Generation are at this party, and they're all dressed really incorrect. Like some of the girls are wearing like black shiny stuff and like, long dangly like club earrings. But then like Soojung is dressed like she's going to a rodeo. She has like a tied gingham like shirt and like denim shorts, and doesn't match with the rest of the group like at all. It's very weird.
Yeah, and then they do like a really dumb, cheesy choreographed dance. It literally reads like High School Musical, the Baywatch version, and it's truly awful.
Yeah,
It's really terrible.
Spend 4.5 minutes of your life checking that out.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, they all look real good.
Yeah. No,
But the
there's at least
song,
that.
I will warn you, is annoying and it will get stuck in your head. So watch at your own risk. Anyway, that takes us up to 2016. So that was in 2010. And then since then, the only thing that the big three did was Triple T in 2016. And then this, in January of 2016, JYP's Suzy from Miss A and Baekhyun from EXO SM released a song called Dream, which is like a jazzy R&B song.
It's just a nice little duet.
Yeah, just a nice little duet. They had 2 teasers and a music video, a digital and a physical release. It actually did really well. It sold 1.3 million copies. It went to #1 on the GON chart, and it also won a Melon Award, a Mama Award, and a Golden Disc. And this was a song that I found interesting only because it was not originally the idea of one of the big three. It didn't come from SM or JYP. It actually came from the composer of the song himself, which I realize now I didn't even write down his name. But he came from a company called Mystic Entertainment, and he wrote this song and then personally reached out to Suzy and Baekhyun because he wanted their voices on it. And so it took like 2 years to actually come together and release because the composer said it took about a year to get the 2 artists to sign on to it.
Wow.
Good song though. I like it. It's nice. It's just like a pleasant cafe song. It easily could have fit onto SM Station. I thought it was an SM Station song at first, especially because the music video looks almost exactly the same as the music video for Bye Babe, the
That Chen
SM
one, yeah.
song. Yeah, with 10
They're
centimeters
just like
in Chen.
stools.
Yeah, they're just
sitting
like
on stools in like
front
a
of their
room
band.
with windows, and there's like a band.
Yeah, that's all it is. But the song is pretty. And then the last one that I'll mention was also an award show performance. It came from the SBS Gayo Daejun End of the Year K-pop Awards, December 2016. It was a special stage with 10 Centimeter, a solo artist I just mentioned, as well as Rosé from Blackpink, Ji Hyo from Twice.
Ji-hyo?
Jihyo from Twice and Chanyeol from EXO. So Rose and Chanyeol play the guitar, both play guitar in this performance, and they have like a little band of like horns and strings behind them. And it's pretty much just the four of them, and they do an acoustic medley of first Whistle, then TT, and then Monster. And it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, an acoustic whistle. I think the most disappointing thing about this performance is that they, with the exception of Monster, like I'm biased, I will say, but like I really like the version of Monster that they do, only because I feel like, not only because. I like it because it's Chanyeol. He's just singing real low and he's being real hot, and I love it. And I had to like take my glasses off after I watched it, but to give myself a moment. But I think they really missed an opportunity in creating new versions of these songs because they could have done like a rearrangement.
Yeah, it could have been like a rearrangement or a mashup, or they could have. All three of them could have been singing and doing some kinds of harmonies
at least.
Anything.
Like,
the
Monster's
most they
the
do.
only one that has a harmony between Chanyeol and 10 centimeter.
The most that they do is they sort of change the tempo of TT for like a second. They try to put it in like a jazzy timestamp, but like not enough. They don't go far enough with it.
TT's almost exactly the same, and Whistle is like slowed down and acoustic, which I have to say is just stupid. Like an acoustic version of Whistle that isn't rearranged from the original composition sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Like poor Rose has to be sitting there over an acoustic guitar saying, "Whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb." And it's just embarrassing. Like, it's honestly embarrassing. But I love it when Chanyeol does his little Monster version.
I know,
I
you
really
do.
So yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Wow. Well, that's super cool. I'm sure there are plenty of things that we like did not talk about, and we could probably come back to this like another day. But
you had a
collabos
few
are weird.
Award show collaborations.
Oh, I was
that
just
you
like
wanted to
thinking of
mention.
really random stuff like that are really silly, and again like an era gone by that like we don't get anymore. But like the year that I think it was the year that EXO debuted, I don't know what it was for, but three of the girls from Girls' Generation did in short wedding dresses. Did Bruno Mars. Is that song called Marry You?
Yeah.
They did that song with like three of the EXO boys like dancing around them like as the grooms. And it's so embarrassing. And like, it's just so embarrassing.
There's a lot of old Girls' Generation EXO collaboration stages because there's one that has all of them, and they do they're doing like they are doing a Western song, but it's not Bruno Mars. I can't remember what it is. It's a party song. Maybe it's like a Black Eyed Peas song or like an LMFAO, and it's utterly embarrassing.
Yeah. I gotta figure out which one it is. There's an FX Shiny one that is ridiculous. It was like a bunch of people. It was FX and Shiny and BAP and Secret. They did, it was Versus. It was Shiny and FX versus Secret and BAP. And they sing this like, was that actually a Shiny song? That my first kiss went a little like this and twist. Like, whose song is that? But Shiny's done it in concert.
Is it? That's not like an old Western
You know
song?
what? I honestly don't know.
Like ooh, Mickey, you're so fine. My first kiss went a little like this. I think it's. That's what I thought it was. I don't know.
I have absolutely no idea. But
if you know, listener, let us know.
They do. Yeah, they do like that song, and then they end with them doing like moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger, and it's so awkward. And then like,
embarrassing.
And then like BAP and Secret do like lose my breath, and just these crazy like collabo stages that are all like none of them have had like I feel like post 2013 this stuff does not happen anymore. The closest that I can think of is that at Gaios, they do tend to do a rookies stage where they will take the boy groups and the girl groups that debuted that year, and they usually do a Western song. The last one I remember watching was when GOT7 and Red Velvet were rookies. They did Moves Like Jagger. Because I guess that was like the song to do at the time.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, these weird little collabos where you like mix boy groups and girl groups and they sing some kind of like Western song or an old song that like isn't theirs.
Or I think, I was going to say, I think what happens more often nowadays is not necessarily a collaboration stage, but almost like a tribute stage where a group will, at an award show, perform a song of another group.
Right.
Like 17 does Mama Moo's Dekol Kaman.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's totally an end of the year thing of like switch ups or whatever. But like when groups doing things together
doesn't happen as often.
I also think like, again, we could probably bring this up like another time when we're just specifically talking about like K-pop's role in advertising. But like that crazy Caribbean Bay one, there are a lot of weird commercials that are groups teamed up to do commercials. Like a couple weeks ago when we got the Cosmic Girls as our random group, they had done something with Monsta X
for a
cell phone commercial. Yeah. So like,
but it wasn't just a commercial. They like released a mini album.
So who knows? There's just all kinds of random stuff. But yeah, I do miss.
Well, they didn't come up in my research. That collaboration.
Yeah. And A Pink and Beast used to do stuff together, like school looks and other things like that. Like they put out like one of my favorite like A Pink Beast songs called Skinny Baby. I don't know. I think it was a commercial for something. But I don't remember. But especially these like boy group and girl group like mixed stages are so funny, and they're definitely like a relic of a K-pop time gone by. So definitely recommend like getting on YouTube and just like looking for like old Gaio stages or whatever, like because they're funny and embarrassing.
And that's when all the shit goes down, like at award shows. Like that's when Troublemaker did their kisses on stage and caused all the drama, was like award shows. That's when special stuff happens.
Yeah.
And award show performances are always fun to watch because just like Western award shows, like they cut to audience reactions. And so like you get to see whatever different groups like reacting to the different performances, which is always fun.
Yeah. I was just Googling real quick to see what I could find, like if there's anything else we didn't talk about. But it seems like in 2009, that's the same year. When do you have written down when the Cabby song came out?
2010.
Oh, okay. Because in 2009, at an end of the year thing, 2 p.m. and Girls' Generation did a love song medley. And I remember like the boys picked the girls up and like swung them around. And I remember that like being a big deal. Touched.
Yeah. That's always
which is probably why they don't do this stuff anymore. It's because it makes people really cranky.
What was it? You and I were just talking about something because I know who is it? The boy with the NCT that has the dangerous face. Taeyong?
Dangerous face.
Yeah, that's how I described him when we watched Baby Don't Stop.
Oh, okay.
Not 10, but the other one.
I think his name is
Taeyong. By think, I mean I know. His name is Taeyong.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the ones I know his name.
Okay.
Because he has a dangerous face.
Right.
He did a performance, it wasn't Gashina.
Sorry, I can try to Google it.
Yeah, try to Google it. He did a performance that was like a duet dance with a girl who I can't remember, and I feel like you and I were talking about it because when you watched
Solgi.
Yeah. Is that the one where they were dancing and it like looks very sexual and they're like doing a partner dance, but then when you watch it from another angle, there's like significant distance between them?
Yes. That was, because,
fans hate it when idols touch.
Yeah, they do. Like, she does, like, like the turn and his hand, like, like grazes. Like, it looks like it would be, like, grazing her butt or doing the, like, tracing her body shape. but he's like as far away from touching her as he possibly could. But then the dance ends with their like arms around each other and their faces like very close. But the video that was super funny was that as the second that they finished this, they hold the pose and they're like close together pose. And the second the lights go down, they get as far away from each other as they possibly can,
it's
as
like
quickly
they teleport,
as they can.
like just boom, opposite sides of the stage. Like not gonna fan
We weren't
these
touching
flames
nobody.
at all. Nobody get mad at us.
Yeah.
Which is so dumb. Let idols bang.
That's the running theme of this podcast all time.
We are pro idols banging.
Yeah.
Which is not to say that like those two had any dating rumors. I'm just saying like if
Like, why can't they
for
just
God's
do a
sakes,
dance
they can't
together?
just
They can't
dance
touch
together. Like
who cares?
we let them hump the floor. Like
Yeah.
you can't let them do a partner dance. You're literally having EXO thrust into a mirror for millions of people to see.
Yeah. But then I guess the point is that you can pretend you're the mirror. Yeah, see, look, I found a picture. Look how far away his hand is from her
Yes,
butt.
I love it. Oh, we'll have to post that on Instagram so everyone can see.
Yeah. Well, anything else to say about like fun special project collabos?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, they're just I kind of wish they happened more often, I guess. I think it's a fun treat.
Yeah, it definitely
fans.
is. And I'm sure that there are plenty of things that we like missed. So if you guys have any favorite like collabos or things that we didn't mention, like send them to us because we can always come back to this for another episode.
Yeah, because
update.
we really just mentioned like the
big three, like the, you know.
yeah, the collaborations that came from like those big companies. But like we said, award shows are where all the fun stuff happens. So there's like a ton of really great examples from there. So feel free to go explore, find new treats, and then send them our way.
Great. Yeah, so that was fun. That was a special project, collabo, side groups, whatever. And we will be right back with our random game. Okay, we're back. And our group this week is a group that we already brought up one of the members of this group earlier in the episode, but it's 2 a.m.
2 a.m., the softer ballady version of 2 p.m.
The brother group to our Beast Boys 2 p.m. But as I Instagrammed on our very early Instagram, 2 a.m. also had crazy abs. So
Yes, they did.
that was part of both groups. I
Did
guess.
take off their shirts, just not as often.
Just not as often. So 2 a.m., like we said, 2 a.m. ballady brother group to 2 p.m. They had 4 members: Jo Kwon, Changmin, Sulong, and Jinwoon. And they just sang beautiful ballads.
They sang pretty songs. It seems like they had like some weird contractual issues. I don't know. They like go back and forth because 2 p.m. is JYP, but 2 a.m. kind of went back and forth between JYP and Big Hit Entertainment, like those two different companies. We're not entirely sure why, but many, if not all of the members of 2 a.m. left JYP.
Yes. They debuted in 2008, but by 2015, their JYP contracts ran out. So Sulong and Jinwoon were like didn't renew, and then later that year, Changmin also ended his contract, and then Jo Kwon left JYP late 2017, but he said to like that they had all gotten clauses in their contracts or whatever when they left that like they're allowed to get back together and be 2 a.m.
So
if they ever wanted to.
2 a.m. has not disbanded. Like they have not released music in a while, but they technically have not disbanded because they do have some kind of contractual
something that will allow them to keep.
That allows them to promote as 2 a.m. in the future. So they might continue. But what was the year of their last album?
It looks like the last time they put out a single was in 2014.
Okay, so it's been a little while.
So it's been a while. I like know of all of these members from like other television shows, like other than their one like big song, which was called The Song. I just like know all of the members. Like 2 of them went on We Got Married, so like I'm obviously very attached to them for that. But like Jo Kwon is amazing.
Yeah, he has that video of him dancing in high heels.
Yes, he does like high heel dancing, and he did this video with Leah Kim, the choreographer we brought up in our choreography episode, where they dance to this Rihanna song, and it's so good.
Yeah,
they're so
it's
good.
really good. It's really good.
He's great. So, 2 a.m. Their most viewed video, it only has 13 million views, which is kind of low for a K-pop music video.
Yeah.
Probably just because this was like a ballad group, and like how often are you like watching a music video?
The music video for ballads are usually not very fun. So.
Yeah. So I get it. But this song is called Never Let You Go. It's 8 years old, and it's their most viewed video. So we're going to check that out.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Grainy film footage of
Leaves,
and plants and
chairs
snow.
in the snow. Look at those lonely chairs.
Those cold and lonely chairs.
That's Jinwoo.
I have a feeling this is going to be a oh, nope. I was wrong already. My prediction was that it was just going to be them standing in that hallway and singing dramatically, which I think will be a large part of it. But they're also in the rain and lying on the ground.
Oh, no.
Can't tell the difference between the tears and the rain. Look at Jo Kwon's outfit. What's with the socks?
This is the song that I was thinking of.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know that. But this is the 2 a.m. song that I know. Like if I think of 2 a.m., this is the song.
His sweater is the same texture as the snow. Oh, plants inside. One of them is sitting in a room where the floor is grass.
But they're just doing so much staring into space.
I know. Just like dramatic pining in different locations is the theme of this music video. Also flowers. None of these boys are pretty enough to make this interesting for me.
Oh no. Oh, a little choreo.
Backup dances.
Just really dramatic hands.
Yeah.
Hands.
They're not actually, they're not moving their feet at all. They're just doing some handography.
But they're singing so hard.
I know.
They look really sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling to your knees. Don't do that. You'll get bruises. She's not worth it.
I could be wrong, but I think the one in glasses is Changmin, and he looks much older than the other three, like by
he
a
looks
lot.
Way older and like very buff. The one in the rain looks really buff too.
I think that's Sulong. I only know Jinwoon and Jo Kwon for sure.
He's already in the rain. You should take his sweater off. Come on. You know you want to. Spice things
beating
up
their
here.
chest. They're so upset.
The handography is actually really bothering me because they are not moving their feet at all. It is literally just arm choreography.
Whoa.
2 a.m. This is why I'm not into you.
Oh my goodness.
Very good singers, but
Wow.
that's all I have to say.
Yeah. That was clearly just like a really dramatic breakup song. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing else to.
I mean, Never Let You Go. That's the English title.
Yeah.
The Korean title we Google translated, and what was it? Like, Can I Not Die? Or
I cannot even die is
Yeah.
what Google Translate is wrong a lot of the time.
Yeah, but it probably has something to do with death.
Yeah. Like
So sad. I'm gonna stand in the rain and sing in a sweater.
Oh, boy. Well, do you have a recommendation for our listeners this week?
I do. I want to recommend two songs only because they were released sort of in tandem. Mm-hmm. And it is a collaboration in fitting with the theme of today's episode. One of them was technically an SM Station song. The other one was not. But they both feature Suho from EXO and a solo artist named Jang Jane. And the first one is called Do You Have a Moment? And the second one is called Dinner. They're both really beautiful songs. They both have music videos. The first one, Do You Have a Moment, is like sort of a daytimey, like, oh, they're getting coffee and like a little set. And it's sort of like an ask you out on a date kind of song. And then Dinner is a little bit slower and a little bit sexier. And the music video like takes place in the same location, like the same set.
I didn't realize that those went together.
They do. Dinner is like the follow-up, I guess.
Okay.
So like after you ask each other out on a date, or like, I don't know, I haven't read the lyrics, so I don't know how they like
how it goes,
how the story really goes. But based on the music video, like the first one is them like each having coffee and like thinking about asking each other out, or like thinking about going on a date, and then Dinner is the date.
Right.
And I like both of those songs.
Good recommendation. I'm also going to recommend an SM Station to keep things on topic. Let me find out what year this song came out. Okay, so this is an SM Station collabo from 2016, and it was Henry from Super Junior M and Soyu from Sistar, and it's a little duet called Runnin', and it's just like one of my favorite K-pop duets of all time. It's just like really fun. It like I want to say, I don't remember if it did get played at my wedding or not. I know it was on the list.
I don't think it did.
It was on the list to possibly get played because it's just like, I don't know, it's just a good little...
It's not really a dance song.
But kind of.
I guess so. It's maybe a slow dance.
It could be.
Yeah. It's not a slow song. It's not a ballad. It's like a sweet little, like, you keep running through my head.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just nice.
Yeah.
I like it. So that's my recommendation.
And I think those three songs will give you a good idea of, like, the kinds of songs that SM Station puts out, because they all have a very similar style.
Yeah. No, totally. Great. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening through my poor sick voice. I promise to be well next time we record. I swear.
But no guarantees.
But yeah, who knows?
Don't jinx yourself.
You're right. Well, if you want to send me get well wishes. No, just kidding. This is the part where I plug the social media handles. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at AMA Kpop Pod. All the links for all of our videos. I will definitely be linking like that friggin' Cabby song and all these weird things we talked about.
And all of Wonder Bang.
Yeah. Those, you can find those amakpoppod.tumblr.com. And if you want to send us an email, amakpoppod@gmail.com.
We haven't decided what we're going to talk about next week, so stay tuned.
It'll be something. You'll like it because you're listening
it will
to
be
this.
something.
I don't know. Here we go. All right. See you guys next week. Bye-bye. Tonya, and you're our inspiration.